it's a lifetime of, for me to get where I've got, to feel comfortable and be happy with being able to save myself or all that, like, it's come from being a nipper from 5 years old. That's where it started. Like, let's be honest, like I was down there, they teach you how to do first aid, CPR, read the water, doing wade races. It's just, for me, that's where it started. That's why those, it's like Tiger Woods, like his dad had a golf club in his hands at 3 years old, like Roger Federer and stuff. I'm sure, like, the motocross guys, like, they've been doing it since they were kids, right? So you just can't go to that level of, and the ocean's different too, because it's not, like you say, tennis, you can go and just play and work it out. There's no real danger involved, whereas what we're doing, you can die. And if you go out and you're inexperienced and you make the right call, it can be the end of your life. So that's where it's, it takes a lifetime of just ocean knowledge to get to that point. And I'm just lucky that I was able to start off, learning about the ocean at a very young age.
You surfed this morning? What'd you do this morning?
This morning I slept in.
It's time to run the Barracuda! Everybody do it now! Do what, baby? Come on and do the Barracuda!
G'day, viewers. Today's podcast was brought to you by Koala Karma, the chill-out drink. That's right. The chill-out drink. Sit back, calm the mind, and relax a beverage with tryptophan, magnesium, and 4 botanical extracts. That's right, kids. On today's episode, I was stoked, totally stoked, to have Jamie Mitchell here. He just won the Australian Surfing Awards, the Waterman of the Year award again. He's the 10-time Molokai to Oahu paddleboard champion, which is legendary as it is. He paddled into the largest largest wave of the year last year, the Big Surf Awards. A total legend. Originally from Coffs Harbour, JM Paddleboards are in Currumbin. Now he lives in Hawaii. This is a great interview, and I'm so stoked he came in. He's rounded things off for me. Champion bloke. Anyway, don't talk too much again, Drew. Over to you, Jamie Mitchell. Ow! Jamie Mitchell, how are you, champion?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Great, mate. Put it there, actually. Put it there to start this off.
Yes.
You have no idea how stoked I am, mate, because about a year ago I started doing these shows, right?
Yep.
And right next door to your surf shop and Traders Way, or your board shop, JM Paddleboards there.
Yeah.
I did it secretly too. Andrew and Adrian, they had no idea what I was doing. I was doing computer work for the business.
Yeah.
But at night time, I was started to interview these people, and I didn't know how I was going to approach this today, but it was, in a lot of ways, it was because of you, without being creepy towards you.
Yeah.
I found myself, I started listening to these podcast shows, right? Normal dude interviewing sort of people he knew, or big names that were around. And I thought, hey, no one's doing that, And then the idea is that, like, you get inspired by people that are doing things, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, that's what I do too, right? You get inspired by other people, and it's it's the podcasts. I have listened to them, and then, like you said, way more and more popular now, and it's something you can listen to. Like for me now, like even now you've reminded me, is like I want to subscribe to some good podcasts, and when I'm on a plane or I'm on a train or killing time in airports, like listening to something like that is way better than just sometimes listening to music or. So now you've inspired me to find my favourite podcast again.
Yeah, well, it's music. To me, music reminds me of old girlfriends and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it just takes me back to a certain time. Oh, that's right, I was driving that car.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, oh,
yeah,
just And then radio has bad news in it.
Yeah,
stuff that. So now you can. It's really cool. Like in the world, you can actually target your interests.
100%.
You've got an interest, and you can just target, and you find all these shows. Like So
yeah.
I don't even know where I start with you, because I like to put up front at the start of all these that I don't try and over Google
Yeah.
everyone because, you know, if I was to read, I've read about you in surfing magazines for ages.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, can I bore you with a 1 minute story?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, for sure.
Here's a funny story, right? So 2009, I don't know if I've told you this before, but 2009, I was working in Brisbane. So imagine that, traveling from Currumbin Valley to Brisbane.
Horrible.
3 hours of traffic every day, right? And it was, my wife's birthday was coming up, and I'm such a dud when it comes to buying presents and stuff. You know, so the night before, like, what am I going to do? And I noticed these stand-up paddleboards that started in the creek, Currumbin Creek.
Yeah.
Remember that? 2009?
Yeah,
2007, they weren't even there.
Yeah.
Maybe you were, but no one else.
Not popular like it is now.
No, not like the boat sheds. Right? So, and anyway, and I flicked through the internet. I found this dude, Jamie Mitchell. I had no idea, right? And this is where it's kind of a funny story. So you answer the phone. Hey, mate, tomorrow? Yes? 10 o'clock? Awesome. So I get down there, I meet you down the creek, and I remember going straight up to him we get out of the car, and I go, this dude's fit. I'm looking at my wife going, this is lining up to be a pretty good birthday gift.
Yeah.
You know? Here's this blonde, fit dude, you know, and you were with some other bloke there at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember there was something on your mind, right? So bear in mind, I didn't know who you are, your background at all. But you're actually flipping through phones, and your mate there was flipping through phones about details about, I'll tell you, I know what it is later, right?
Yeah.
But I remember, okay, mate, we ready to go? Yep. And so he jumped on and you, me, and my wife went out for a personal little stand-up thing. And I remember getting up to the end of the creek near the alley. I said, hey, mate, do you ever take these out in the surf? And he looked at me with this funny look like, yeah. I'm like, cool. And then anyway, it wasn't till months later that I see you pop up in the paper, and I'm like, oh, do you take it out on the surf? You know, like, do you? You know, and then I found out who you were and the work you do on those things, or on all water sport, or anything, you know. It was hilarious to me, man. So that's, you know, and then when you moved into the shop next door where I was working, it was some kind of sign that sort of lined me up with some cool things, you
That's
know.
awesome.
So,
That's 7 years ago already.
yeah,
Fast.
yeah. Isn't it fast, mate?
It goes so fast.
So you've moved the shop, JM Paddleboards, to across the street now to a bigger board shop. You know, that's great. Those board, you know, you're all running it perfectly business wise.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, man. Don't get me wrong. Small business is tough, and you know the paddleboard industry is a tough game. You know, you got all these other companies that are going into China and Thailand and you know doing the pop outs and but that's just the way of the world. You know, you can't. You know, we haven't gone there yet, and we have to soon. Otherwise, we'll be irrelevant. You know, it's unfortunately. So it's you know, we've had to expand. Seems like you're always in the surfboard industry or the paddle. It's like you're never in the exact right place. It's like you got not enough room or you got too much room. There's never that perfect amount. So we just, you know, like anything in my life, I've just like, well, let's just take a chance. You know, let's just move across. You know, luckily we got a chance to just move straight across the road. So that was an easy move for us at Trader's Way there. So yeah, we're in a new factory now. We finally got out of the place next to where you guys were, and then now we just it's all guns blazing, just trying to make it work, and get to this next level, and have the production boards done and start up. You know, we want to start some other surfboards, longboards, some big wave paddle guns. So really just for lack of a better word, just have that whole Waterman style, feel to what we do. It's just not a surf club brand. It's just not a stand up brand. It's just not a surfboard brand. It's like your one stop place to come in and get whatever you really want to get. If you want to go surf or do whatever. Yeah,
that's what. See, a lot of people. We go stand up. We hire them from Leo down the boat shed. Thursday mornings, every morning. Blah blah blah. Some people say, "Oh, Drewy, next door is JM," and I soon learned that no, these are actually really specialist, fast. These are competitive boards. Like, I think that's a great thing. I know that I can go buy a dud Chinese thing down there, or I can go save a bit more money and get the real thing that's been made for racing. You know what I mean? When you think about, we might have to go China, I hope it never happens, mate. You know what I mean? There's something about every put it this way, every dad wants to buy their kid, their clubby kid, something real.
Yeah.
Just give them a good push off that's been shaped and
We'll continue. We'll always do that. We'll always have our hand-shaped boards. You know, we do all our surf life saving boards are all like carbon fiber, hand-shaped, I mean, it's old school. But old school doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately, and that's just reality of the world. And we what we want to do is have the option. You can come in and still get a quality. And don't get me wrong, the stuff that comes out of China and stuff these days is really good quality. You look at it and it's
imitated, isn't it?
Yeah, and they've got and they've been doing it for so long. It's good. So we want to have the option. You can come in and get the hand shaped or the hand shaped custom order. It's going to cost you a premium price, or right next door to it is the same shape that's come from China and it's a bit cheaper, and that for me, that's where we need to be. We need, a lot of these people they're starting up shops. They have no idea. All they have to do is go and throw down money and get a container full over and sell them as if they know what they're talking about. And they don't, and they don't have any idea about the industry or any, years in the business, so that's frustrating. But again, you can either just, let that eat you away, or you can just like man up and just and do it as well. And so that's what we'll have. We want to have that where, they can come in and we can also, have that price, the price point of having a still a good quality board that's cheaper from, wherever it is, China, Vietnam, Thailand, and then also, have that high quality custom board that you can also buy. So that's where we're trying to get to right now.
Yeah, and I guess it just jumped to mind. Every now and then I forget that we're just in the Gold Coast, and you're of the world.
Yeah.
I barely see your face, in all these years.
Yeah. Well,
where's Jamie? Oh, he's in Monaco. You're everywhere. So you've got a worldview now, as opposed to us, where and the guys you're just talking about, say the Chinese bloke buying a container, just trying to sell locally to them. Yeah. You could with your name and that brand, you could open a shop in Japan tomorrow and sell anything from anywhere, really, because it's a different kind of idea.
Yeah.
Whereas a local guy wants to buy his kid a JM. I got to have that thing, mate. Yeah. I know those boys, mate. I saw Jordan Mercer. She won the thing, and
Yeah, it's exciting. Like I'm starting to, before it was like, I just did what I did, and it's like, but. I'm starting to understand that, I do have this brand, I do have this name now that, and I've got to use it. No longer can I just think, no one knows who I am or this and that. It's like, no, I've worked really hard to get to where I'm at, and now it's time to utilize that. And, we want to expand. We're looking for, we're at the moment we're looking for someone to come on board and take our business to the next level and stuff like that. So we're looking to. And it's definitely not Australia. We're way bigger than Australia. All the racing I've done overseas and everything. So, we want to be worldwide. We want to distribute into Europe and the States and, the whole package. So that's our goal. That's the vision. And now it's just a matter of, I live in Hawaii full time. I got a 7-month-old daughter and my other business partner, he just had to move his family to the States. And so, it's hard. I'm not here to help try and run that business, and nor I should be. I'm not a businessman. That's not my forte. My forte is to go out and do what I do and promote the business like that. So we're at the moment where we're just trying to align things up so our business structure and everything can run smoothly and jump into that next level, So, and like I said, it's hard. Small business is hard, and competing against all these, we just had another guy post right up at the end of the store, importing other boards from California. So, it is a tough game, but I'm sure that, if we can get our shit together, we can be really successful and have basically a homemade brand, man, that came straight out of, started at Burley, now it's at Crumban, and hopefully people out of Crumban and out of the Gold Coast would support that,
I'm sure they will. It's great. And you've got the Burst brothers, Andrew and Adrian,
local boys that have been shaping and been in the industry for 30 years. Adrian shaped my boards back when I was riding for Forcefield back when I was 18, wow. Nearly 20 years ago. So, those guys have, been in the industry forever, and like